vacation fragrances. So you're going to the beach, you're going to a resort, you're going somewhere on vacation. What should you wear? How should you smell? Most commonly the answer is refreshing. You should smell refreshing because it's summer, it's gonna be hot, you want to smell refreshed, versus the opposite. So there are quite a few fragrances that can help you accomplish that, and I'm going to go through a few, starting with probably a pretty unknown one, at least these days. This is Le Mans by Coty. This is a very old French perfume. It's actually a drugstore perfume these days, but it was once a pretty luxurious perfume from the 1920s. Why is this on this list? Mainly because this is a really, really, really affordable alternative to Chanel No. 5. Specifically, it is a floral aldehyde fragrance, powdery, smooth, a little bit warm, but mostly refreshing. You know, it's kind of like I said, powdery, uplifting. The florals are nice and crisp, the aldehydes are also crisp, and for the most part, it's just very feminine, very simple. It's pretty light, not super long lasting, but that's, I mean, most light fragrances will not last a long time, so that's just something you have to deal with. But for this, I think I got this for $14, maybe $20. Very, very affordable. Nice bottle as well, Art Deco style from the 1920s. And it's just a nice fragrance. This is great if you're traveling with, say, a full bottle of fragrance like this. You're not really going to lose that much money if it breaks, if you lose it on your travels. So it's just a nice to take with you if you don't want to take like a little sample bottle or something. And it's, in my opinion, it's very nice for the spring and summer and daytime in general, because, like I said, it is very light, bright, sunny sort of fragrance. And it's just nice. It's just pleasant. I think most people would like it. It doesn't really have any offensive notes in it. It's just nice. Very simple. Then, one of my kind of niche fragrances that I really like is this one from Old Navy, of all places. It's just called Sea Salt and Fig. Sea Salt and Fig from Old Navy. This is also very simple, but very effective. And like it says on the bottle, it has fig and it has sea salt, and that's what you're gonna get when you put it on. It's super refreshing. This reminds me, I don't know, I feel like it transports you to the beach, but like a Mediterranean beach where there's some fig trees nearby, you know? It's really nice. I would say it's pretty much mostly feminine, but it could be a unisex fragrance as well. Expectedly, this is a pretty light fragrance, not gonna last super long, but maybe 4 hours. You know, light to moderate. And this is a very clean scent. It has a little bit of that fresh linen, fresh laundry sort of scent, along with the sea salt, the ocean breeze sort of kind of vibe it has. And the fig offers a little bit of sweetness, not necessarily a sugary, juicy sweetness, but just, you know, a natural kind of distant sweetness, which allows it to keep its freshness, its crispness, you know. Very, very pleasant fragrance. Just very nice, you know. This is also kind of an inoffensive, unintrusive fragrance that most people will like. Then, a more high-end option, which is still pretty refreshing, Gentle Fluidity. And this has a variety of interesting notes. Juniper berries, along with some nutmeg, and a little bit of woodiness and muskiness, but despite that, it's mostly a fresh fragrance thanks to the juniper berries. And if you watch my previous videos, you probably know that juniper berries are one of my favorite notes, just because they're so fresh, so unique, similar to pine needles, kind of a very foresty scent, but at the same time very, very just sharp and crisp, even a little bit icy. Yeah, it's just very fresh, at the same time very foresty and natural. So with this Gentle Fluidity, you're getting just a very, very fresh, very light, and yet luxurious and sophisticated scent. And that makes it very unique. And the fact, I mean, juniper berries aren't used very often in fragrances, so you're also, just for that, getting a unique fragrance. And it's just nice to wear. I mean, all of these are just so pleasant. I can't imagine anyone actively disliking them with a passion, because they are very smooth, delicate, very agreeable. This one is more expensive because it is a luxury fragrance, but you do get what you pay for. It's a little bit longer lasting, probably 5-hour longevity here, and just a very unique scent profile. So if you want to stand out from the crowd on your vacation, this is a good option. Then, another one is Voyage d'Hermès. So this is probably the one that most reminds me of being on vacation, being on the beach, relaxing, because it has a very unique green / citrus scent profile. And whenever I smell this, I always think of a margarita. You know, someone sipping an ice cold margarita with a little lime wedge, or, you know, a little umbrella, laying down on the beach. This is what that reminds me of. It's very cold, cool, and citrusy, fresh. Very, you know, this is great if you're just chilling on the beach, or, you know, anywhere in a warm climate. This is just nice and fresh. My main qualm here, this is probably the lightest out of any of the ones on the list. So it won't last very long. I would say 2 hours, not great longevity, but it's not super expensive. I think $80, $90, you know, it's expensive, but not that expensive, kind of middle. Because of that, it is kind of a downside that it doesn't last super long, but, you know, you can always reapply it throughout the day, and it is very nice. It's very, you know, you get that kind of beachside feel when you put this on. Then the last one that I have is Dior Homme. So this is actually a men's fragrance, but don't mind that, because this is pretty much unisex just on its scent profile alone. It has iris in it, and iris is a very, very pleasant floral note, and in general, it's very fresh. The iris gives it a certain floral powderiness, and that makes it, I mean, very unique. You know, you don't come across iris forward perfumes that often, and that allows it to stand out from the crowd, but at the same time, it has a very prominent fresh linen note. And of course, that's great when it's hot. You want to be refreshed, you want to not be sweaty. This is great for freshening up. Pretty long lasting, surprisingly, especially that iris note, because it is really the heart of this fragrance. Probably 6 hours, maybe 5, mostly 6. And great performance. And it's from Dior, so you can boast having a Dior fragrance, and also it's a high quality fragrance. So yeah, Dior Homme, there are different versions. If you're going for fresh, I would stay away from specifically Dior Homme Intense, because that's, you know, the intense version. It's a little bit heavier and stronger. Not great for summery beach time, you know. The other versions like this is all for men. Much fresher, much crisper. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that. But that's all I have to say about fragrances for vacations. If you have any questions, you can always leave your opinions down in the comment section below. If you liked the video, leave a like, maybe subscribe, and I make videos throughout the week, so stick around for those.